Alrighty, we are back, everybody. As you guys leave the curator's little museum of misery behind you, you are once again facing the open road. Where are we going, folks?
Well, I think we're going north
Yeah,
to the
north.
to the Black Peak.
In the Bitter Hills, we're going all the way. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, to the Heleg Var.
To the Heleg Var.
Alrighty, folks. Everybody roll me a survival check, please.
Oh, good. Oh, yay.
Natural 20.
Not dying.
Yes.
I would have a 10 on survival.
I have a 13.
I think that Cal's natural 20 really kind of, I think, carries the team here.
She literally carries us.
It is.
Yeah. Just fireman carry.
It is about 2 days travel to the north of from where you were to get to the place surrounding the Black Peak. But Cal is very expertly able to kind of guide you through the various roads and the woodlands and even sort of the beginning of the mountain trails that get there, including some places that I think, like, Helena and Satus, you two start to be, I don't know, this doesn't really seem like the right, oh, no, you are completely right. This is absolutely the way to go. Yeah, no, 100%.
Trust me. Yeah.
Great.
And 2 days after you leave the curator's little gallery, you find yourself at the base of the Black Peak, which, now that you are much closer to it, you can see the sort of hints of steam rising from fissures in the ground, and the slightest bit of black smoke sort of rising from somewhere around the top of the mountain. You have been told that you are looking for a waterfall on the southern side of the Black Peak. Once again, I will ask, can I have survival checks from everyone? And then perception checks from everyone to see how long it takes you to find this.
This time I am the natural 20 boy
Woohoo!
for the survival check. Let's see, perception though.
I'm a 15 for survival.
Okay.
If it
13.
matters.
All right, great. And now can I have
And-
perception checks from everyone?
I got a 21.
God damn.
Nice. I got an 8.
I also rolled an 8. Do I get more? Nope, just an 8.
Wait, team 8.
Team 8.
There is a little bit of false starts, a little bit of kind of ending up in like various places where there's not a lot of leads. But Satus, you very, very quickly start to kind of notice a couple of things that suggest the presence of a river, and in time you're able to start to hear sort of like the rushing rumbling of water, and it's actually pretty well hidden. Like, it is kind of one of these things where all of the mountain trails sort of go in ways where you would not notice this sort of particular crevasse if you were not specifically looking for it, but you are able to find it, and you see sort of this big kind of partially underground cave into which this waterfall is falling, this sort of torrential, very large waterfall. And after a little bit of maneuvering, you guys are able to find your way behind the waterfall, where a large secret cavern opens up, and on the far side of it is a carved a carved stone door on the side of the cave, with 2 dragons carved above it.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
We found it. This is awesome.
And
Wow, we did it.
on the door itself is some writing.
We read
What
the
do we-
we
what does
read the
it
writing.
say?
We do our darndest.
It is in Aldoren, so you cannot read it.
Goody.
Cool.
Except,
Goody.
Cal, you have an interesting little moment. Because somehow you're able to see these words, and it's almost like you're holding 2 thoughts in your head simultaneously. And the first thought is, that's an Aldoren. I don't know what those symbols mean. I don't know what those words spell. I don't know Aldoren. And then somehow the second thought is, but that first word means this, and that other word means that, and this, and that, and that. And you somehow are able to while somehow deeply knowing how wrong it is that you would be able to read Aldoren, you are able to make out what it says on this door. And the inscription reads, "Here lies the sacred forge of the Heleg Var. Those who serve as cavaliers speak the name of the one who started your order and enter. Bring with you your faith, your keen eyes, and your heart, and claim the warrior of your soul. For all others, naught awaits you here but death."
I will relay this information.
Great.
Okay.
Wow.
Noted.
Well, I don't know how I know this. I don't know if it's because I still have some remnants of being taken over by the nice lady who killed our friend, or if maybe the curator is choosing this moment to take over me. I don't know, but who's the founder of the order? Was it Crown Prince Bildan?
This is not a puzzle that is for you to solve. This is a thing I think that the characters would very clearly remember. Helena and Satus got this from the seance when you were possessed. The word to open this is the name Amirgand.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I got
right.
That. Mm-hmm.
That's right, Amirgand.
This is also DM Gabriel not wanting us to spend half an hour here while we try to remember this, because it is not meant to be a puzzle. It is meant to be a thing that the characters can quickly remember. Yeah.
Don't you remember everything I told you
Months
weeks
ago?
Yeah.
No, and I think that there is something
cool.
to the idea of, I know that for the characters this would be extremely front of mind, but we have a lot of other things that we're doing in our lives other than paying attention to Gabriel's lore
Pretend
world.
to make him up words.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Amirgand.
That's it. That's the desired effect.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad you guys got that while I was being possessed by the nice lady who killed our friend.
It's what made it worth it,
busy.
Carl, you know?
Yeah.
Arguably.
Amirgand. Now, do we want to go in before we have the last Rildran?
Well, we're here,
That's true.
so I'd say yes, but it's not ideal, is it?
Something tells me our adversaries might already be inside, so I would think, and if they aren't, they're gonna try to make their way in anyway,
Yeah.
so I don't think there is a downside to entering. There is a potential downside to waiting or trying to find them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it does say, for all else, death. Just want to make sure.
Oh, are you worried
yeah.
without having a real run, you might be struck dead?
Or Satus might.
Right.
But yeah, and I don't want that. But I don't think so. You're right. I'm worrying too much.
Even if I don't have the real Dren on me, I still was given it.
That's true.
I still feel like it's mine.
Yeah.
It is yours.
And
you've
that
got the
feeling that when you woke up after that vision, that there was sort of this power or energy or connection in your chest, that has gotten fainter since the Rildran was taken away from you, but it hasn't disappeared altogether.
Okay. Then yeah, I think we proceed forward, and
Okay.
if I start feeling really bad, maybe I'll skedoodle.
Okay.
Good idea.
Sounds good.
Yeah, great. Okay, we're gonna be killed by a whole lot of vampires, do you think, or
How
We're
much
just gonna-
holy water do we have left? Not much.
not that much? In
Not
fact.
that much.
Two
Two.
two
Okay.
little canisters of holy water.
Okay. Then, yeah, let's
Let's do it.
do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
As you say the word Amirgand, there is this rumbling of stone, and so much kind of sediment and dust falls away from these 2 blocks of stone that suddenly swing forward as these big blocks of these slabs of stone suddenly open up. And instantly you can see the room past it, because as soon as the blocks of stone open up, these blue sort of chandeliers that are in the room beyond it immediately light up, almost as if this facility was suddenly coming to life, whatever it was. And what awaits beyond these doors is almost like an amphitheater of sorts that you guys are coming into the top of. And beyond it is sort of this ring of stairs that all descends down to the main level where there's a stone passageway. But what immediately catches your eye is that there are lots of dead bodies here. Many, many, many what looks like centuries, if not millennia old skeletons just lie all over this place. Some of them with swords still sticking out of them, some of them sort of twisted in strange ways as though a blow had felled them, some of them with their weaponry still strapped to their hands. But there is a good maybe 30, maybe even more bodies just kind of like lying around in this amphitheater that just opened up.
Okay.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
What
that's
had
creepy.
died?
I guess they weren't one of the Cavaliers.
But we are, right? So it's going to be
I think
fine.
so. Yeah, we'll be.
We are, yes.
I believe. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Lots of
Cool.
spare swords here. Maybe I should have given up mine.
No.
I
it's
trust your
fine.
instincts that if you wanted yours, there must be something special within it.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Or he could somehow capture your soul because it was yours, or
Right, some sort of weird
something not good at
technicality.
all, yeah.
something not good at all. Yeah.
So, shall we head down?
Let's proceed.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you just go through the stone archway?
Can we do a
Yeah.
perception
Yeah.
check just to
Maybe
see if
look around
any-
just to see
anything
if
else to
there's
notice?
any. Yeah.
Roll me that perception check.
I got an 18 plus 5 for a 23.
I got a natural 20.
8 again.
Means I'm gonna pay for that later.
With your natural 20, Emma, what you're able to kind of realize that perhaps is not immediately obvious is that there seems to have been basically just kind of like you sort of start to notice who is wearing what weaponry and who is kind of like wielding what and where the bodies are placed. And you kind of realize like this is the remainder of a battle. This is not kind of a lot of people being struck down by something over time. This is at a certain point, these 30 to 40 to however many people are here were fighting. And you are seeing kind of like the bloody remains of this battle that took place here, however many thousands of years ago.
Does it look at all like the place I saw in my vision?
It does.
It does.
It
Okay.
is a very similar architectural style. It is a very sort of like similar kind of woodworking. It seems that similar hands than the ones that built the armory probably built this place.
Cool. I will relay that information. So at least these aren't just a bunch of dead people who tried to, at least it was for a
bunch
purpose.
of dead people who were struck down by some unknown. Yeah, great.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
But it's like your dream, so we're in the right place. For...
Yeah, definitely.
Great.
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 Yeah. Not scared. Very scared.
No. This is exciting.
Yep. Exciting.
All right.
We go in through the doorway.
I think.
Yeah,
I
it
think so.
seems like there's no other route. So yeah.
Past it is a square stone room. On the far side of it is a set of stone doors without handle or hinges. No sort of real way to manipulate the doors that you can see. But beyond that, the room is just sort of this perfectly square stone room with plain blank walls, at the center of which is a small pedestal with a bell on it.
Oh.
I would like to inspect the bell to see if there's anything noteworthy on it.
Alright, I'm gonna tip my hand a little bit here, but do you pick up the bell?
I would look first in the rules of look, don't touch.
So what strikes you is that this bell seems very, very well preserved compared to everything else in the other room. Like all of sort of, like the clothing that the bodies had has already been kind of eaten away by the passage of time. Their swords, their lances, spears, shields, all of those are rusted through and seem to be crumbling. This bell, from what you can see, is just kind of like nicely polished, well-preserved brass, which instantly makes you think that there is some magical power to the bell.
Got it.
I wonder if we ring the bell, if it'll open the door.
That's what it would feel like, because it's just like all walls, right? Yep. Or it's just like there's a door, but there's
the doorway that you came through, and there is an opposite sort of doorway on the other side, but that one has sort of two closed slabs of stone. Beyond that, it is what looks to your eyes as a perfectly square room with just blank walls all around you.
Okay.
I'd like to run up to the doors and check that they won't just open.
Yeah.
Roll me a strength check.
Natural 20. Helena breaks through the wall.
14.
They don't budge. They seem to be pretty well set there.
Good to know.
Can we Arcana check the bell?
Yeah.
Right,
roll me an Arcana check.
See if I notice anything magical about it. That would be a 17 plus 4 for a 21.
Yeah, like you're pretty darn sure, kind of like based off looking at it and kind of a slight just kind of sense of magic that you can feel in your teeth as you sort of inspect the spell, and the longer you spend kind of looking at it really up close, it's enchanted in some way, and you suspect that it is a trigger for something. You suspect that it is one of these things where you ring the bell and that makes something happen. This is especially supported by the fact that when you open the exterior doors, those sorts of blue chandeliers immediately turned on. And by the way, there are two sort of blue lamps on either side of this room that are also on. Like, this room is also illuminated in a similar way. There seems to be some kind of, some amount within this place, whatever it is, of magical, if X then Y sort of things. And you suspect that this bell will set off another similar statement.
Okay. It feels like we'll need to ring the bell in order for anything to happen. Let's hope it's not something super scary, but my instinct is just, let's ring it and see what happens and try to react accordingly.
I think you're right, Satus. We'll just be on guard. Sort of, just keeping our eyes open.
All right. I will cautiously approach and ring the bell. Just once.
All right, great. So there's this clang that echoes out for a moment, and then a second later, boom! There is this like thud as two stone slabs descend over the doorway that you just entered, closing the doorway. And a moment later, on the wall to your right, if you're facing into the room, if you're facing kind of the door that was closed when you enter, at the sort of extreme edge of that left side wall, a symbol appears on the wall that wasn't there before. A symbol almost like it was somebody had painted a shield on it with glowing paint. And a moment later, a little bit to the left of that first symbol, another symbol appears. A lance. Both of them painted yellow, excuse me. They're both painted yellow. And then a moment later, as if moving back towards the wall in which the doorway that you came in was, another symbol appears. A sun, also painted yellow. Then a thunderbolt. Then a wolf. And it's almost like the symbols are kind of rounding around the room. And you get sort of a wolf, then a quill, then a dragon, then a drop of water. And that sort of takes it all the way through that first wall. And at that point, the room shakes a little bit.
Oh, good.
And then on the next wall, when the first symbol appears, a serpent, it is now glowing orange. Then the next one is a pickaxe. Then a cloud. Let me know if at any point you guys want to do anything, or I can just kind of keep describing what is happening.
I mean,
They're all different, And they started as yellow, and now they're orange. That does make me think the next is red, and that's less good.
A wave, a cross, a face, a candle, a hand, and that takes it through the end of that wall. Once again, you sort of feel this rumble, and as it starts on the next wall, it is indeed now red as a lion appears.
Okay.
Then a fish.
I'm going to ring the bell when the fish shows up.
Instantly, all
Here's
the
my
symbols...
thought process for my team. I feel like we have to fight a thing, and it's getting harder as it goes, and fish sounds less scary than lion.
Instantly,
Unless it's a shark.
all the symbols disappear as soon as you ring that bell, Mike. And then a moment later, back where the first one appeared, again in yellow, a shield, a lance, a sun, a thunderbolt.
Okay.
And it rounds out that first wall, and again, the room shakes a little bit as it starts on the second wall, now orange.
Okay. Then maybe we just let it keep going?
Yeah.
Because it just seems like the bell restarts the process?
But maybe we
Yeah,
can
or
get it
do
right.
we or do we have to pick the right one?
What would be the right one then?
I don't know.
We're now onto the third wall. Red,
Maybe we let
lion,
it all go.
fish, wolf, a star, a
wolf was
bear,
repeated.
a shard of ice, a helm, a bottle.
Helm, ring the bell.
Right. Maybe, yeah, because real dran.
Ring the bell.
I will ring the bell with the helm, because that's my real dran.
The symbols all fade. Once again, on the first wall, a yellow shield.
Okay, here's my next
A yellow
thought.
lance. A sun. By the way, excuse me. It should be a wolf in the third one. That's not meant to be repeated. That is the DM screwing up, not the DM giving you a clue.
Okay. That was me being like, there's two wolves. We have to ring it each time a wolf shows up.
Inside of us are two wolves.
Yep.
Shakira.
I was a little sleepy this morning when I was typing all this up. Excuse me.
You ring the bell when the second wolf shows up, and then in the distance you hear, no there.
A shield, a lance, a sun.
I like your
a
idea of the helm.
thunderbolt, a wolf, a quill, a dragon, a drop of water, orange.
So we took the helm,
The shield.
the shield, and the
And
sword.
Yes.
Right?
And they each have a color.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
how about
does
we
that-
just let the symbols keep going? See if
Yeah,
it does,
let's
like,
let
a
it
full
keep
loop?
going and see what happens.
Okay.
Serpent, pickaxe, cloud, wave, a cross, a face, a candle, a hand. Switches to red as it sort of reaches now your right wall. A lion, a fish, a dog, a star, a bear, a shard of ice, a helm, a bottle. And again, the room rumbles slightly as it reaches now like the wall that is in front of you. But instead of changing color, what happens is that momentarily all of the lights in all of the other symbols go out, and then a moment later they all flicker back on again, but now they're all red, and the symbol appears on that wall, a fist, and then again they sort of like all turn off and then all turn back on, all still bright red, and now also bright red, a bone, like they're now kind of flashing as more and more symbols are appearing on that wall right in front of you. A fist, a bone, an arrow, a flame. They're now flashing faster and faster. A fang, a fist, a sword, a skull. Yes, Emma?
I don't know. The sword?
Should we ring the bell? Is that what you said?
I don't
we should
know.
do?
I don't know. This is scary.
I'll ring the bell if you want. With my sword. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, sure.
All the colors, all the lights turn off. And then once again on the left wall, on yellow, a shield, a
maddening.
lance, a sun, a thunderbolt.
The riddles already.
I know.
Oh, riddles.
I thought we had to use our brain power. Can we do any kind of Arcana check or something to try to figure out what's going on here? Or
Good idea, because I'm tempted to just start hitting things.
yeah.
Tell me, talk me through a little bit of like what the character is doing to try to gather information here.
So if Cal is trying to figure out with her knowledge of magic if this is some kind of pattern or spell or something
Gotcha.
that she can figure out how it works.
Okay, cool. I think that will first be a history check, and then that will be an arcana check.
Okay. Okay, history. Not terrible. 15 for history.
There's nothing in the history that you know, or at the tales that you've heard, or the academic reading and writing that you've done that jogs your memory of this pattern. Like, there is nothing, and you're not sort of seeing, like, one wall is all weapons, and the other one is all, heavenly bodies, and the other one is all animals.
Right.
They seem pretty mixed up together.
Pretty randomized.
Yeah, but no,
Right.
like, there's nothing there that you recognize as a pattern.
Okay. Do I still get to make an arcana check?
Yep, of course.
Okay. Not quite as good, but 14.
Very similar to what Mike was able to tell from the bell. Like, this is very clearly sort of a set up magical pattern of effects. And there is, again, like, every time that it, like, crosses over a corner of the room shakes slightly, which suggests that when it perhaps reaches the last corner, something will happen. But beyond sort of the fact that, like, this is all very clearly sort of like a magical chain, and that it is something has been enchanted to do this, I'm not sure what you could puzzle out from within the room.
Okay.
Here's a question. While they're going, can Satus go over and, like, try touch? Is it within reach to touch the things showing on the wall?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, does I think while it's going around, at least in the yellow, Satus would try, like, touching one of the shapes. Is there a shield?
There is a
yellow shield?
There is the first one. The first one is a shield.
Okay. Satus would go up and try to touch the yellow shield and see if it, like, interacts with him at all. And maybe it's something where we each have to touch a symbol.
If
Crystal maze.
If it in any way likes you touching the symbol, it does not show it as you do it.
Well, okay. Well, here's what I'm thinking, team, is perhaps we have to do something where
I am guessing that you are sort of periodically ringing the bell.
Ringing the bell to make sure it doesn't get scary.
Yeah.
What if I was by or touching the shield one, and Helena was by the sword one, and Cal was by the helm one, and then as we were all with our respective Cavalier items, at that moment we see if something happens? Maybe if we're
Why
all
not? Why not, Satus? Why not?
Yeah, let's give it a try.
This is I like this. I just want to point out that the helm is the second to last symbol on the third wall, but the sword is the second to last symbol on the last wall. So you're playing it mighty close. Is somebody going to be taking the bell with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to pick it up though? Can I crossbow the bell?
That's I mean that would be an attack roll. Like that would be
that's too risky. Then
Lady Dice, Lady Luck would be involved.
I'll pick up the bell in that case.
Okay. Aside from the fact that you're ringing it whenever you move it, you kind of need to be like pretty still to not have it ring. Nothing happens.
Otherwise, all I can think is trying to ring the bell before it gets to the last symbol or something. Because the shaking doesn't feel good. I don't like the shaking.
I think we all try to stand by the things.
Okay.
And then if nothing happens when it gets to that second to last one, then we definitely ring it before the last one shows up.
Okay.
Because we think we have to reset it before it gets to the end.
Yeah.
We don't want to just see what happens at the end.
No, I'm terrified of it.
Helena's quite bored. She kind of does want to see what happens.
Yeah.
No. You're probably right. Let's do this. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
Alrighty.
fine.
All
We're
right,
gonna stand by our
the
things.
yellows are flashing, or the yellows are lighting up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at shield with bell in hand.
A
Little bit of shaking as we go from yellow to orange. Then cross over the orange, just a little bit more shaking as like the red starts to line up the far wall. The helm appears. Little bit more shaking as we go from red to the one that where like all the lights are flashing, flash, 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 flash. And so we go fist, bone, arrow, flame. The flashing gets faster and faster with fang, fist, sword.
Go, go, go.
A moment later, skull appears. It's the last symbol.
Ring, 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 ring.
Ring!
All of them turn off. Yellow shield, lance, sun.
Well, I
Thunderbolt.
especially don't like that skull as the last one.
Yeah.
Not encouraging, is it?
Well, it was worth a thought.
What is it? I don't understand. Is it to do with the gods? What? Can we
don't
just hit
know.
things now?
Yeah.
Cal, roll me a insight check, please.
11.
I'm going to, you sort of like are scanning through your mind, and then you take a second and you sort of remember the inscription on the front door, which I'm going to read to you again.
Okay, thank you.
Here lies the sacred forge of the Heleg Var. Those who serve as cavaliers speak the name of the one who started your order and enter. Bring with you your faith, your keen eyes, and your heart, and claim the warrior of your soul. For all others, naught awaits here but death.
Okay. Faith, keen eyes, and heart. Maybe that's what. Maybe those are the symbols we're
And
looking
to be
for.
clear, that is
There's a-
Faith, not like destiny.
Yes. Yes.
The cross.
Faith. Maybe the cross.
Yeah.
I'm going to
and
read
then
you all the symbols in the order that they appear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yellow, shield, lance, sun, thunderbolt, wolf, quill, dragon, drop of water. Orange, serpent, pickaxe, cloud, wave, cross, face, candle, hand. Red, lion, fish, dog, star, bear, shard of ice, helm, bottle. Flashing, fist, bone, arrow, flame. Very fast, ominous flashing. Fang, fist, sword, and skull. Excuse me. And this second fist should be boot. Once again, sleepy while doing this. So it should actually be fist, bone, arrow, flame, fang, boot, sword, and skull.
Okay. Could the lion be heart? Like the lion heart?
Okay, I like that.
Maybe.
And then what were the other parts of the
Faith, keen eyes, and heart. So-
keen eyes?
Keen eyes.
Well, wolves have a good sense of smell.
They do.
So that doesn't feel like a keen eye.
Could you possibly read them one more time, the symbols, but a little slower?
In yellow, a shield, a lance, a sun, a thunderbolt,
Son?
a wolf, a quill, a dragon, a drop of water. In orange, a serpent, a pickaxe, a cloud, a wave, a face, a candle,
Face.
a hand. In red, a lion, a fish, a dog, a star, a bear, a shard of ice, a helm, a bottle. In flashing red, a fist, a bone, an arrow, a flame, a fang, a boot, a sword, and a skull.
It could be either like the face
Mm-hmm.
or the candle. Mm,
Oh yeah, face, candle, or sun all seemed like keen eye.
yeah.
Well, the first part of the door was bring your
Faith.
Bring with you your faith,
Okay.
your keen eyes, and your heart.
Okay, so faith, keen eyes, and heart. Faith, keen eyes, heart. How about we ring it to reset it, and when the cross shows up, we try ringing it again.
Okay.
And maybe it'll stay up.
Let's see.
You ring the bell. A shield, a lance, a sun, a thunderbolt, a wolf, a quill, a dragon, a drop of water. The room rumbles slightly. In orange, a serpent, a pickaxe, a cloud, a wave, a cross.
Ring, baby.
In yellow, a shield, a lance, a sun, a thunderbolt.
Gosh. The rumbling after each thing makes me feel like
there's got to be something.
There's got to be something on each
one.
wall.
Yeah.
But then there's 4 things, and it's your faith, your keen eyes, and your heart.
No, that's only 3.
Yeah, so that's what worries me is that there's 4 walls, but only 3 things.
Well, maybe
Also, only 3 of you.
Yes. Maybe we should try ringing it with the sun on the first wall.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
I will fast forward us to
Fast
say
forward.
that there is no effect.
So, otherwise, the helm and all that, was there one on each? No, 2 of our things
2
are on the
are
same.
Correct.
2 are on the same.
No, they are not.
Okay, so
The shield is in the yellow wall, the helm is in the red wall, and the sword is in the flashing, ominous section.
So it is possible that those are the 3 things we should be picking, and we need 1 from the remaining wall, right?
Oh,
It's
possible.
possible that we need 4 things in total, and 3 we have.
There a 4th Rildran? Did we know of it?
You have not heard anything to
Okay.
suggest that thus far.
Okay.
And in your vision, the Aldoren knight gave you very clearly 3 objects, and there was not like a 4th thing that she was hastily shoving behind her back with her feet or with her feet or anything like that.
And none of these symbols were a clock, so it couldn't be like the 3 Rildran
And the Void Keeper.
and the void.
Yeah. No.
So hang on, what's on the wall that we don't have anything else on?
That's the orange wall.
The orange
right?
wall, which has a serpent, a pickaxe, a cloud, a wave, a cross, a face, a candle, and a hand.
Yeah, I mean, face and cross, like, are interesting.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know how we, like, activate the symbols, because we don't have, like, a 4th person with us, and I don't know if it's, like, and every time we ring, it just resets.
But I think if we got it right, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to get it right.
We just haven't yet.
Yeah.
You're thinking we have to ring it on, like, each one, like, in succession? Like, ring on the shield, let it reset. Ring on something on the orange wall, let it reset?
Maybe kind of in terms of plausibility, because the 3 of us can never touch 4 things at once unless we can, but I don't see that currently being a possibility.
I would say that, like, you could maybe be, like, something that is at the end of the yellow wall. You could, like, maybe, like, stretch and reach, like, the first one of the orange wall. But if you want to be touching them simultaneously, I think that is more or less as far as you could go.
Okay. Should we try? Have we tried just ringing it? We tried ringing it on the shield, right?
Yeah.
When the shield came up and it just reset. Okay.
Can we try ringing it on every yellow wall thing and see if it resets every time?
You
So
do that,
embarrassing.
and it resets every time.
Every time.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Great. Love this.
Does anything change if I walk around the room with the bell, like near the symbols? Like I follow them as they show up, do any like change color or something?
So, like, you're, like, kind of, like, walking around with it?
yeah,
I need a
basically-
perception. I need a perception check, Mike.
Ooh, that's at least better than a
Okay,
nothing
that's
check.
something. Yeah.
That would be a plus 5 for an 18.
As you are walking past the ominous flashing section,
Ooh.
in the center of which is the door that leads further into the Heleg Var, you notice almost imperceptibly the door shaking a little bit and giving off the tiniest rumble as the wall is doing sort of its like flashing ominous thing.
Okay, so not necessarily a bell-related thing. I just happen to be standing near the door.
You happen to be
and when it's
standing near
flashing-
enough that you're able to notice that.
Okay, so then maybe it is just one of the flashing ones.
Yeah.
What's on the flashing wall? Flashing symbols?
A fist, a bone, an arrow, a flame, a fang, a boot, a sword, and a skull.
I mean, sword and skull both feel. Skull being the last one seems too
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
The sword. Is that? Ooh. Is the sword the cue for Helena to try to break the door down? Because when you tried to break the door initially, Gabriel did ask you for a strength check. So, like, maybe you wait until the timing is like the sword is going to show up and then you try to like bum rush the door.
I am obviously totally up for trying that.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm not convinced, but let's give it a go.
But let's give it a go. Just be ready to ring that bell, Satus.
Yeah, I am ready if it doesn't work.
Roll me that strength check. So again, so it's kind of like, like the entire room is flashing. Fist, bone, arrow, flame. The flashing gets faster, brighter. Fang, boot, sword. Now, go. Like that's.
And I think the pressure really gets to Helena because she gets a 5.
Oh no.
We're gonna do this in stages because, like, the first thing that happens, Satus, is that as far as you can tell, there's no real perceptible change.
Okay.
Okay.
The skull shows up.
Ring. Yeah.
All right. The room resets. Helena,
Yeah.
roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, good. Yeah, I get 6.
No, I don't think that there's a way that you would not notice that, like, even though you skin your knuckles a little bit in your attempt to break down the door, you do feel the way that the door, as the skull turns on, moves ever so slightly upwards, as though it was beginning to rise.
Okay.
Do
we just wait?
Do we just wait?
Maybe this is unsolvable and we have to just see what happens.
It started to rise. I mean, we have never let it get past the skull, so we don't know. But
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Don't want to die either.
Have we been sharp? Have we used our eyes sharply? Yes, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Okay, maybe we should just
Let it go and
let it go.
Have we tried welly wanging when the boot comes up?
Can't say that you have. I also don't know how you would do that, but
I'm not sure this is a great time to be
Yeah,
with one
okay.
boot off. Just
Yeah,
because
probably
we
not.
might need.
Might need to run.
okay. So the new plan is to, as the great troubadour once said, "Let it go," and
Yeah.
see what happens
This is
after
it.
the skull.
And I would say Satus still has the bell ready, and like just in case if something like
Go
really
back.
scary starts happening, you're ringing, maybe
Yeah.
the door closes.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I would be readying bell ringing action.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
The yellow wall advances. Some slight rumbling as the orange wall starts to advance. Some slight rumbling as it gets to red. All the red symbols tick on. Some slight rumbling, and then the entire room starts to flash. Fist, bone, arrow, flame. The flashing gets faster. Fang, boot, sword, skull. All the lights go out, including the symbols on the wall. And then the lights turn back on. All the symbols are now off. And you see the stone doors on either side of the room rise back up.
That was it?
So far?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Wait, they rose up so we can go through?
You can advance.
Yeah.
Or we can run away.
I don't like that. Don't. The only thing, and we didn't do anything, so I might not be able to Monday morning quarterback, but
I'm also going to say that you spent a little over 3 hours there in character.
I know, like the last wall, it could all it was like, you know, fang sword fit. Like, could we have done all the things it said? Like, kicked it, bit
Fanged it.
Yeah, like
bit the wall,
arrowed it. Yeah, I don't. Okay, fine. We go through.
Through the door that leads further into the Heleg Var is a room that is sort of a long rectangular room. And it is, again, sort of like very similar architecture, the same kind of like blue, eerily cold light lamps sort of line the walls. And there are 4 tables in this room that have a whole assortment of items on them. There's a rusty sword, there's a book, there's a bag of silver coins, there's a hammer, there's a cross, there's a brick, like just kind of like a strange assortment of items. But a couple of other things catch your eye about this room. One is that on the far side of the room, there is another one of these kinds of stone doors that are currently closed. Standing on one side of it is a like life-size statue of a knight holding a stone shield and a stone sword. On the other side of it, there is a pedestal. And running all along the wall on the right-hand side of this room is a mirror. It's sort of like one of those like dance studio mirrors where like an entire wall is a mirror. But that is what you have in front of you.
If we look in the mirror, do we have reflections? We're all not vampires?
Yep,
Okay,
everyone is showing up in the mirror.
Great.
Oh yeah, baby.
Can we check if there's anything weird about the mirror? Like if it's like a two-way mirror or something?
Yeah, I guess roll me a perception check.
Oh dear. I get a 2.
I got a 22.
Thank God for Satus.
17.
It's like you see no indication that it's a two-way mirror, that there's any sort of funny business. You can't see any signs of there being a hidden passage behind it. You can't sort of, see anything of that sort. It does give a faint aura of magic. So, there's definitely something about this mirror.
When I look in the mirror, do I see my parents?
Nope. You do not see. You do not see things.
House Cup trophy.
You do not see things that you desire. Anything of that sort. Yeah.
It's not me with a stone putting it into my pocket and winking at me. Okay.
It's not you holding up the real Dran and then putting it in your pocket and then all of a sudden, boom, you have your real Dran back.
Dang it!
Nope. That is not what is happening here.
Is everything in? That's like, are all the items and everything are those all check. in the mirror? Do we see those in the mirror? Yeah. Okay.
So here's my only initial thoughts. Some of the items.
One moment.
Were the same.
One moment.
Okay.
Emma, you do also spot that hanging on the far side of the wall, there is it almost looks like a key made out of transparent silver. Like, it is kind of like a key it's almost like a key made out of ice that is hanging on the wall in the far side of the room, on the non-mirror wall. And what catches your eye about it is that it only shows up in the mirror.
That's very interesting. Okay, so I'd like to look in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And try to grab where I see it.
You're able to close your hand around the invisible key.
Whoa.
Guys, what are you doing? What?
Look in the mirror.
Yep. Oh. And Helena and Satus, you're able to see that she's holding the key ring in the mirror. Even
Awesome.
though
Cool.
there is...
Does it feel like you're holding something in your hand?
It does. Does it? It
Yes,
does.
it does.
That's awesome. This is great.
Will that work on the door?
I don't know. Let's try.
There is no keyhole on the door. But
Okay.
as you approach the pedestal, Emma, there is
Yes.
an inscription on it that says, "Place the key upon the pedestal and advance."
I mean, that seems like what I should do.
A moment later, there is the rumbling of stone as the door opens up. And unfortunately, that very high perception roll, Emma, let you just kind of very quickly power through what I thought was going to be a fun little puzzle for you guys. So, well done.
Wow.
Thank you.
We were going to have a
That was
grand
good, that was
old
good.
time talking about all these items on the tables and what it could possibly mean what
I'm
could
glad, because
possibly
I
be
was
a
ready
key.
to.
Yeah, yeah.
I was ready to see, like, was the last room just like the clues for the next room where we have to
get
arrange
pieces
them
in
in
order.
the same space?
Right.
What the hell was that last room?
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna come back to bite us.
So what were the three things on the inscription on the front door?
Faith, keen eyes, and heart. So maybe the first room
Okay.
was we just had to
Oh, it
have
was
faith that
just
it would work,
Believe it was
that
gonna
it
be
wouldn't
okay.
kill us. In the second
Okay,
room, the keen eyes,
All right.
being able to see in the mirror.
So now we need
All
heart.
right.
And now
That's
we're gonna
it.
need heart.
Or courage.
Yeah.
As
let's
the
see.
stone opens to reveal the room beyond it, you are immediately hit with a blast of heat as you step no longer into kind of carved stone, but into a gigantic underground natural cavern. And you find yourself on the ledge, standing over a maybe 30-foot drop that ends in a river of magma that is flowing from within the bowels of this volcano. And you sort of see on the other side of it a similar ledge upon which a gigantic stone face of a lion has been carved into the wall. Its mouth open, and you sort of see a little bit more stoneworking, a little bit more things kind of on the base of it. But it is around 100 feet between the ledge where you're standing and kind of that far ledge where this giant stone lion face is. Connecting the two is an extremely rickety wooden bridge. Excuse me, a wooden rope bridge specifically.
Great.
You jump, I jump, no.
Yeah.
The new policy for the 22 Midnighters.
Satus takes the stairs over to the side.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
So practical. I mean, if we follow the three things that we need at this point, we need heart,
Right.
aka courage,
Mhm.
to cross this rickety bridge over a river of magma.
Right.
Yeah. I think we just go and believe and react accordingly if need be.
How long do we think the bridge is?
It's about 100 feet all told.
Ooh,
Okay.
can you just
So
clear
we should-
it?
We should probably stagger our entrances, maybe, just so as not to strain it too much with our weight in any
So
given spot.
I have a 50-foot rope.
Oh.
And I
Ooh.
can't really think of any way that that's going to solve it, but I wonder if the first person is attached to the rope for the first 50 feet just to see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
And presumably it'll go fine and we won't need a rope.
I like that as a safety
I like it
precaution.
too.
Yeah.
How high is the
About 30 feet below you is the lava.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit
Physics
more,
problem.
maybe somewhere between 30 to 40 feet. Definitely less than 50.
Okay.
Yeah. Who do we want to send first? Who is the most athletic of us?
I think that would be Helena.
Probably
I think,
Helena.
yes, I think I probably am.
So then I would say Helena goes with both Cal and I kind of like holding the rope on
Yeah.
the other end in case we need to yoink you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't necessarily think I'm the lightest, but maybe that doesn't matter.
Nah, we're two. We can pick you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. We've
Yeah,
got
but-
this.
If I break the bridge. You're
Well,
cool with that, guys. You're
Listen,
just cool.
if you're gonna break the bridge, then
It was gonna
Right.
break anyway.
it was gonna break anyway.
Okay,
so-
great. Well,
Yeah.
I'll just get climbing over. I'm gonna go low. I think I'm gonna go low to the ground.
Mhm,
Not
mhm.
the best with the balancing. I'm gonna go crawling.
Yeah.
All right, great. I like
I'm
this.
tied
I
by
like
the
this.
rope.
I like this a lot.
Great.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna go first, Helena?
Apparently, yes. No, I mean, absolutely, I am. I'm gonna be
okay.
tied on the rope, and when I get to 50 feet, if I get to 50 feet, I'm gonna unrope myself.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And be dangling freestyle. Great.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so you set foot on the bridge, and you only get a couple of planks in before this thing really starts to sway and really kind of starts to rock back and forth with your weight. So I'm gonna need an acrobatics check with advantage, since you did say that you were kind of lowering your center of gravity and like really going slow and really kind of taking precautions here to see if you're able to maintain your equilibrium.
Okay, great. I get a 10.
Oh no, not a evil
with
giggle.
advantage.
Oh, good point. I was so nervous. I actually get an 18.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's
There
okay.
we go.
Great. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Slow and steady wins the race as you're making your way over the bridge and starts to
Don't
sway more and more. But you're able to make it through the first 20 or so feet.
Okay.
I would like another acrobatics check with advantage to see how you do on the second 20 feet of the bridge.
Okay, I then get a 16.
Nice. You're able to advance, and you're most of the way through this second fifth of the bridge when all of a sudden there is a crack, and the plank that you just set your foot on just breaks away and gives way under you. I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
12.
12 does it. You're able to kind of grab onto the ropes and maintain
Okay, great.
your place in the bridge.
Okay, great.
This kind of reminds me of Squid Game.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah. I feel very squid-like.
Yeah.
You
Nearly home.
advance further.
Yep.
And by this point, you're able to kind of have your equilibrium maintained pretty well.
Great.
Until suddenly, you arrive to more or less the middle section of the bridge. When you realize that there is a section of about 7 or so planks that have just all fallen away. There's now kind of a gap in the bridge where you cannot step. Beyond that, planks then resume. But there is basically sort of this little section of the bridge that is now missing its floor.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back to my buddies. So there's like a 7-foot gap in this bridge. I have 2 thoughts.
Okay.
One,
Yeah.
I stand up somehow, which in itself is not ideal, and I try and jump it, bearing in mind that we would all then have to jump it. Or two, you untie the rope, and I cat's cradle, improvise some sort of rope nurse that we then all go over, but obviously no one will have a rope safety net anymore.
I think that sounds pretty good. I mean, if you're able to do something where we're not each successively trying this jump, but it would make it easier for the two of us, then I think that's a fair trade for a lack of safety rope.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's going to be quite scary because a rope is just a
Sure.
rope.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
But it's more than
But
a
it's-
nothing.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Describe to me in a little bit more detail what we're doing here.
Oh God. I suppose. What am I doing here?
Like wrapping the rope around, like weaving it on either side of, like is there still kind of rope on the bridge where there are no planks?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess this is it. Like, this is a 7-foot gap, and it's a 50-foot rope. So they're going to untie it, I'm going to pull it up to me, and then I'm going to try and use it to make what's going to be a pretty ropey rope ladder.
Great. All right. I think that this is now
hole.
a sleight of hand check to see how we do here.
Oh dear. So that's a 1, but not a natural 1. It's a 2 minus 1.
You lose grasp of the rope, and it tumbles downwards.
No!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Can
It's
I,
okay.
Can I have
It's
a
okay.
quick perception check, Beth?
Yep. I get a 4.
Alas, poor rope, you see it go, fall, and just end up in the lava beneath you as it burns up.
Okay, so this is not going well. I love that rope.
That rope served us well.
Sort of. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm looking at a 7-foot gap, right?
Yeah.
No planks. But we still have ropes at the side?
Presumably, Satus and Cal might have some ropes in their packs. That is a thing that adventurers often do have.
I think she means there's ropes.
Oh,
like,
yes, excuse
hand
me.
up.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
But yes, I think I have a rope. Could try again.
You would need to get the rope to Helena.
Yeah. That's
I hope I don't drop it into the fire,
yeah.
because that can happen. It's just very hot and I was scared. I mean, not scared, hot.
I
That's the
do have a rope.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
If we feel like the bridge is strong enough to hold you both, then you could progress along.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah?
I'll do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're lighter than me, but still it's quite rickety and it's quite awful.
I'm gonna do what you did, Helena. I'm gonna get low.
All right.
Yeah, I'm on the
Yeah.
bridge. Oh, I'm so...
All right.
I think you should tie yourself, Cal. I think you should tie yourself on. I think
Okay,
you should...
okay. I'll tie my rope around and give the other end to Satus.
Cool. Very good, very good.
Why would they want... If they want us to be the sort of Rildrambera heroes, why would they make it so lethal?
Yeah. This is where we have to be brave.
Right, okay, sorry, that was
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I was forgetting. I'm just not being brave enough.
We might literally have to take the leap, but let's see if we can.
All right, so you're going to advance onto the bridge, Cal?
I have a quick question before
Yeah.
Cal does.
Yeah.
Does a dexterity saving throw, is that different than a dexterity check?
Yes.
Okay. And the only time dexterity has been used is when, like, it was the saving throw of, like, the thing breaking out. Otherwise, it was acrobatics.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit... Exactly, yeah. Like, it's kind of one of these
Okay.
things where it's like, are you doing something versus are your reflexes just taking over because you are no longer making a conscious decision. You're just a little bit, like, scrambling to, like, make sure that you can hold on to something. Then it would
Okay.
be a dexterity saving throw. But if it is
Gotcha.
kind of, I'm trying to consciously keep my balance, that's an acrobatics check.
Okay, because I was considering using enhance ability on Cal before she went, and one of the options is Cat's Grace, where they have advantage on dexterity checks.
But I believe
if it's-
that would include acrobatics because that is a
acrobatics
dexterity
is a-
skill.
Oh.
Yes.
Then I am definitely going to do this. I am
Oh,
going
thank
to.
you.
It is a touch range, so I have to do it before Cal leaves. But
Okay.
then I will cast a second level spell of enhance ability, and I will specifically choose Cat's Grace. The target has advantage on dexterity checks. It also doesn't take any damage from falling 20 feet or less. But I don't think that's
Unless it
valid.
falls into lava, to be clear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that is valid here, but you would get advantage for up to an hour on dexterity checks.
Pretty sweet.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Satus.
No problem. I bestow upon you Cat's Grace.
Ooh.
All right, Cal, roll me that acrobatics check, I guess now with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you don't even need to be sort of like super crouched down.
Yeah, super cow.
It's still not fantastic, but 14?
Yeah, 14 will get you through that first section of the bridge.
Okay.
Can I have it again, please? For the second section?
Yep. It's gonna be another 14.
You're able to get to Helena without problems.
Okay.
Cow!
Hi!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm pretty glad to see you. You're so crawly, you're so nifty. Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks. That's thanks to Satus.
Awesome!
No
Yeah.
problem. I
Yeah.
From a distance, I would like to help out Helena as well. So can I bardic inspiration Helena for your future role and just be like, you can do it too, Helena.
Yeah.
We'll say that Helena has bardic inspiration to burn.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, cow.
Okay.
Oh.
What's your plan?
Well, I think we should try and sort of rope over this massive gap,
Okay.
which is actually only 7 feet,
okay.
with your rope.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about whether you are dexterous in that fashion, because I maybe aren't, but...
I feel somewhat dexterous. In fact, with Satus's help, I'm feeling extremely dexterous.
Awesome. I can't wait to see how
So-
this goes.
Okay. So
Sleight of hand check with advantage, please.
sleight of hand check with advantage. That is a natural 20.
Yes!
Cal was a Girl Scout.
Yeah.
Excellent,
think-
excellent. You're able to kind of fashion a little
Yeah.
sort of hammock-like adamant to the bridge.
So comforting.
Yeah.
You are thus
yeah.
able to advance. You are now 60 feet
Yeah.
into the bridge. Are you going together? Someone going first?
I'll go first, maybe, since I'm small and sneaky now.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll give you some space, and then I'll come after.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So
I need another acrobatics check with advantage for this next little bit.
okay. Oh. That's good. 9.
With 9, there is a moment when you kind of momentarily lose your footing and the bridge kind of spins out a little bit beneath you, but you're able to like grab
Hang
tight
on,
and hold
Helena.
on. That's the thing though, I need a dexterity saving throw from Miss Hailstorm because the bridge just kind of twisted and that would cause the ground underneath her feet to sort of go a little ballistic.
Okay, I get a 9.
Boy,
You have the option of bardic inspiration, yeah, right?
if you want to add that plus that d6 to this dexterity saving throw, you could do that. Yep, that's
I
what.
add 1d6.
That would.
Is that-
That's
okay.
what Satus would let you do.
I would get 2 more then, for 11.
Past halfway.
Yeah.
Satus, you
Satus.
see as Helena tries to hold on, but slips
No.
and begins to fall,
No.
only for about 10 feet further down to suddenly halt in midair as Helena, you hit something solid.
Ha!
Something
Whoa.
that you cannot see, but which feels stony underneath the rickety wooden bridge.
And they can see this, right? They can see what's happened, yes.
They can see you effectively floating in midair, is what it
Right,
looks
yes,
like.
yes.
Quick, do you have
Okay.
any
Whoa.
salt in your pocket? Throw.
I have stuff I could throw. I don't understand what you mean because I'm
Yeah.
having a breakdown.
It's a reference to an old story of an old history professor turned explorer.
That's so cool, Satus.
Tell us that one when we don't die.
Sure. I forget which of the 3, but it's.
I believe that it is the one where they go on a final crusade that you are
There it
Yeah.
is,
thinking
yeah.
about.
Yes.
Where the historian and his father, the spy, go on
yes.
one last
Yes.
crusade. Yes.
Yes. I've heard tales of this legend.
So I'm just glad to be alive.
Yeah.
Maybe we
that's-
should all jump into the air. I don't know.
Well, do you have anything that you could throw, maybe to see if it is all
Your evil
Job.
eggshell thing.
Yeah.
I like my eggshells. I've got arrows though. I've got arrows plenty.
Okay. Okay, great.
So you just kind of like scatter a bunch of arrows?
Yeah, I carry arrows without really having a bow. I actually have crossbow bolts for my crossbow, so
Perfect.
the arrows are somewhat
Some
superfluous. So.
vestigial arrows.
Yeah.
You sort of like throw them, and some of them land on what seems to be sort of this invisible stone bridge that you're standing on. But some of them you see just kind of plummet down into the lava, and some of them sort of hit what seems to be an edge, teeter for a moment, and then fall off to the side.
Okay. So what we've got here is a sort of bridge with edges.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna just kind of try and get across.
Don't look down.
Maybe tap your foot before stepping to
Yeah,
see if it's
good,
gonna
good.
have solid ground.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Poke something ahead.
Yeah.
With the trusty
Keep
foot,
zhuzhing an arrow along the way.
with the trusty
Yes.
arrow zhuzh method,
Yeah.
Helena
Textbook.
is able to confirm that an entire section of the bridge is there in front of her, and eventually arrives at the far side, having not plummeted into the lava.
Oh,
That was incredible.
well that's good. Is she like still below?
Yes. It will take a
Okay.
little bit of climbing to get back up, but it should not be a problem for someone like Helena.
Okay, great.
Okay.
How are you doing, Cal?
Well, I'm good. I might keep going
That's fair.
on this bridge and meet you at the end.
I like that. Try to use Plan A, and magical invisible bridge is a good backup solution.
Yeah.
This is it. If you've got a rope, Satus, you could always shimmy down here.
Yeah.
Join me.
Roll me that acrobatics check with advantage, Emma.
Will do. Ooh, that's good. Okay, non-natural 20.
With a non-natural 20, you're able to get to the far side of the bridge without any further problems.
Wow, Helena, I was so scared for you. But then
Oh.
that was so cool. You were just like floating in the air. Oh.
Yes, I must stress I didn't do any of that. I thought I was going to die, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
great
Well,
stuff.
But in
You were
that
very
moment-
brave.
Thank you. Hey, Satus,
Yeah,
do you want to come over here?
sure.
It's safe-ish.
I'll do my darndest. So yeah, Satus begins to progress his way across the bridge.
And I think that at this point, we can kind of just say that slowly
Right.
and carefully, and with a lot of very careful arrow zhuzhing, Satus is able to, by some combination of the two bridges, make it across as well.
Cool.
We ran a little bit over the hour there, so I want to give us another break to like drink some water. I just wanted to like get us further into
Across.
this. Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so we'll be back in just about 5 minutes to see what these guys have found on the other side of these two bridges. So we'll be right back.